Welcome to my first ever Mygm mode of 2K24. I haven't played the Mygm mode in WWE 2K. Last time I actually played WWE 2K was about 4 years ago. But, you know, I've watched a lot of videos lately and thought, you know what, let's give it a go. This GM mode does look exciting. So let's jump into it and see how we go across the series. So we're going to obviously take over Raw. Xavier Woods is going to take over SmackDown. Tyler Breeze is going to be NXT. And then, of course, we're going to go potentially, and, you know, Eric Bischoff, WCW. It's just fitting for him to take over those ones. So we're obviously going to go against the two guys that love a GM mode in Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze. And then we're going to round it off with Eric Bischoff. We're not going to go full extreme, being that we've never played this mode, but we will go hard across AI difficulty and game difficulty. Opening budget 3.5 mil, and we're going to just basically leave the rest as it is. We want to kind of unlock matches when we do progress through the series. We don't particularly want to have it all open at the beginning, just to have a little bit of a challenge along the way. Not sure, you know, how it all works. I've only watched a couple of videos so far of other creators in their GM mode, but it does look more interesting and more fun when you have this match unlock ability when you do obviously progress throughout the game. So that's what we're going to rock with in this one. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments.
It's the WWE draft, and the landscape is about to change.
If you do enjoy it, let me know, and I'll look to make more of this type of content. Obviously, we're not going to shy away from FIFA as well.
Cool raw take with their first pick.
Here. The game's just come out, and why not? So let's look at how this draft works here. I know energy is a big component in GM mode, being you only start off with a small squad, small roster, so we're going to obviously need them to back up regularly. With obviously the man, Seth freaking Rollins, potentially the face of a brand here. He's, you know, 4.5 or 4 out of 5 on the promo skills, fan favorite. And his popularity is up there among the best. Obviously, 88's energy as well is phenomenal for us. So that is potentially a good one. He's a specialist, so I believe specialists can go against anyone. But obviously, you know, Rhea Ripley, the Aussie, I don't think I could not pick her as my first.
Draw picks.
Being that
Raw's about to experience the nightmare.
First pick, the chip on her shoulder just keeps growing.
And she's
Who will
going
be
to
the first pick for
our
WCW?
first pick of the draft.
It's round 2
Becky
for
Lynch
Monday
is
Night
going to
Raw.
SmackDown, Charlotte Flair to NXT, and Bianca Belair going to WCW. So all 4 shows picked females for their leading titles. Now, obviously, round 2, we are going to go for someone who's a face of ours. We've got Logan Paul there. He's looking pretty good as well with the energy. Popularity isn't as good as Seth Rollins, but he's definitely still good on the mic. Rule breaker, fighter. So potentially could be an option there. If not, one to go up against Seth Rollins. We've got Duke Hudson, another Australian. Ron Breaker, MVP, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Scarlett. Bit of holes in there as well, so quite a few going through here. Obviously on the lower scale of the popularity now, but we'll obviously have to add some depth in there. You got Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows as well, which could potentially be a real good tag team for us. But, you know, we're going Rhea Ripley. We've got to go Seth Rollins.
Freaking Rollins.
the
A new
face of the
brand will
World
join the
Heavyweight
chorus for
Championship
Seth
war.
freaking Rollins.
A jack
Those two
of
are
all
going to be
trades,
massive for
perfect
us.
for pick number 2.
Both got high energy as well.
We're up to pick
So
number 3
they're going to be
for
the
the
face
Raw
of our
GM.
brand. SmackDown's gone Finn Balor, NXT's gone Big E, and WCW's gone Cody Rhodes. Now, looking at the draft, not a lot of females been picked so far. Obviously, we've all done it in the first round, and there's still a lot of potential there as well. So we're going to potentially now just stick with the male squad for a couple of picks, fill out a couple of rivalries, what we can kind of rock with. Obviously, Alexa Bliss would be phenomenal. She's 5'5" on the promo skill, rule breaker, cruiser. So definitely someone that we could potentially pick up, change to face, and then obviously battle off with Rhea Ripley. Got Maurice as well. Could go up against Scarlett's another good one. 4 out of 5 on the promo skill, rule breaker. Maxine Dupree, Hustler Dawn. There's definitely a lot of potential in the female one, but I think, you know, as I said, I think we'll go with the males now. Pick a couple now to make sure that, you know, we fill out some rivalries. And then we'll obviously only got the 2 titles with the females. So we'll make sure we get enough to cover those ones. Now, for the United States title, potentially we could go Logan Paul. That is an option. He could also challenge Seth Rollins. And you know
the
what?
GM is about
Let's
to go
in.
viral. Picking Logan Paul.
4.5
The
on the
GM
mic.
sees an imminent
He's
headliner
definitely
in
going
this
to be able
man.
to cut a promo for us. So we'll
Raw
go here.
back up, ready
Potentially
to
could go
turn
up
in.
against
Pick
Seth
number
Rollins.
4.
Could go the US title. Potentially could also, you know, tag him up with someone for the tag team title as well. Ridge Holland gone to SmackDown. Damian Priest gone to NXT. And Maurice has now gone WCW. So the first female after the first round is Maurice going to WCW. Now, let's look at who we can potentially add to the ranks here. Duke Hudson is a potential. He's a fighter. Doesn't really match up with Logan Paul there. But potentially could tag up. He's good on the mic. Got Braun Strowman. He's a giant. He's another one that we could potentially add. Got Kofi Kingston in there as well. Sami Zayn's also on there. Ricochet. R-Truth. Now he would be good. Great on the mic. 5 out of 5. Fan favourite. But he's a fighter as well, so he doesn't gel well with Logan Paul if we were going to do a bit of a rivalry there. Dexter Lumis. Chad Gable. He's a specialist. I think, you know what, probably not this round, but he is one I'll keep an eye on. He could definitely tag up with Otis as well. So that could be an option for the tag belts. We've got Maxine Dupree. About heels. Shinsuke Nakamura is an option there. Hudson, obviously. I'm just picking because he's Aussie on that one. Hopefully he's still there a little bit later in the thing. Braun Strowman, Jimmy Uso. Great on energy there, Jimmy. Braun Breaker. Now he goes up well against Logan Paul there. He is a heel. He's got great energy. Could be a good one against Seth Rollins. Or could be a good one for the United States Championship as well. 3 out of 5 on the promo skills.
Raw chooses.
You know what? Let's go in.
Braun Breaker looking to break through on a new brand.
He believes his time's coming, and so do I.
After week.
WCW's
We'll go
GM
him
about to
for
make their
the
4th pick.
5th round pick.
Raw back up
Jimmy
for their
Uso's
5th
gone
round
to
pick.
SmackDown. Io Sky's gone to NXT, and then Sami Zayn off to WCW. Now we're into the 5th round now. Shinsuke's in there as well. Potentially need to look at the tag team titles. Did see Chad Gable earlier, and could go him and Otis. Otis does go up well against Logan Paul. So potentially could do a rivalry there with Otis and Logan Paul. We've got Luke Gallows also goes up well against Logan Paul with Carl Anderson. That's an option. They're quite cheap, so I don't think I need to use it so early in the rounds. I think we could potentially hold off on those ones. We've got Duke Hudson, Braun Strowman. Kofi Kingston's another one. He's a cruiser. Just doesn't have the energy that I want. Especially in season 1. They've got to back it up. We don't have a lot of money. The venue's basic. MVP's another one that we could potentially pick up. He's 87 on the energy. R-Truth. Do I go him? He's a fighter. Goes up well against Bron Breakker. You know what? I just think Chad Gable, he's not great on the mic, but he's a specialist. He can blend against anyone. Might be great to then go with Otis for the tag titles. And then it doesn't matter who we are up against. He should be able to
and a new show is about to get shooshed.
I'd put this guy in a match with anyone the GM's
we'll go Chad
already
Gable
picked.
Here. Hopefully he doesn't get picked
WCW
up.
back up, ready for pick
R-Truth
number
is now gone to
5.
NXT. Strowman to SmackDown. And Omos has gone WCW. Would have loved to pick up R-Truth. Potentially should have done him before Chad Gable, but you live, you learn. I'm happy with the pick. Now what we'll do is we'll make sure that we pick up Otis here, because we don't want to break up that tag team.
Otis on a new brand. Look at that face.
A guy cut from
They
my
should be our
cloth. So why did
first
GM
ones off
take
the
so
rank
long?
to go for the
Lots of
tag
great talent
titles.
remaining for WCW. Let's see who they pick.
Baron Corbin's gone to NXT and Gunther off to WCW. Now we've got the potential face tag team there. Actually wouldn't mind going Logan Paul and someone else going up against that tag team. So if we look at someone to go against Bron Breakker, maybe, for the United States Championship, that might be an option. It could potentially go. Shinsuke's a heel. We've got Duke Hudson. 4.5 on the mic. 4 out of 5, sorry. You know what? I think we go the Aussie. I think we add another Australian to the ranks.
Raw
Why not?
Duke Hudson. This GM thinks the powerful Duke
There we
Hudson
go.
is a good
Let's
fit
add
for
him.
them.
He's a main event player, that's for sure.
Coda is gone
Could
to
be make or break for the
SmackDown.
WCW
Montez
GM.
Ford to NXT.
Team Red looking to round out
and
its roster
Ricochet
with this
to
pick.
WCW. It's looking pretty good energy-wise. Duke Hudson's probably our lowest at 69. But, you know, not too bad. I'm thinking just to wrap it up before we start picking some females, because there hasn't been a lot drop off the board yet, so we've still got plenty of options. We do need to get a heel to go up against Seth Rollins straight up for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jinder Mahal could have been a good one, but his energy's low. Has Shinsuke Nakamura been picked up? MVP could be another one. Popularity's a little low. No, he hasn't. I think we do it. I think we get Shinsuke. Or do we pick up Alexa Bliss? Oh, you know what? I think we just bite the bullet, go Shinsuke Nakamura, and then hope that Alexa Bliss doesn't get picked up here. think that is potentially the way we go. But I got a feeling.
Raw selects.
Feeling we're going to lose Alexa Bliss here.
Strong style has indeed arrived on this brand. He's unhappy to be picked this late. He'll show he's not an afterthought. And you got to wonder who's next for WCW.
And WCW picks
Raw
up
looking
Alexa
to add
Bliss.
to its haul with another pick.
She's now off the board. Unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I think we've got our rivalries for the first road to Hell in a Cell. So let's pick up some female talent to round out the challenges for the belts. We've got Rhea Ripley, obviously going to be our champion. We've got Maxine Dupree, I saw earlier. She is 71 out of 47 on popularity, great on the mic. She's a fighter, so she does go well against Rhea Ripley. Scarlett's another one, but she is a heel. Got Piper in there. Vega. Valhalla is another potential. Not great on energy though. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go Maxine Dupree. She's good on the mic. 4 out of 5. Face goes well against Rhea Ripley. So it'll be probably our best rivalry up front. And then potentially we look at doing the tag
Maxine Dupree.
team afterwards.
Maxine Dupree will own the spotlight on a new night.
Obviously, Ken scouts some players,
to prove, but she's
some
ready.
superstars once we get into it.
A lot of opportunities here for Raw's
Dupree.
next selection.
Josh Briggs has gone to SmackDown. Jace Jane's gone to NXT. And Rachel Rodriguez has gone WCW. Now, I did see Scarlett. There she is. Or do I go Luke Gallows and Anderson? I think we should just continue with the females. At least get another one before we lose any of the good energy ones. Gigi Dolan is another one that we could potentially pick up there. Tiffany Stratton. There's a combination we could potentially go. She's 3 out of 5 on the mic. We'll go Scarlett and Tiffany Stratton. We'll go Scarlett first. And then next round, I think we'll pick up Tiffany.
Scarlett. Time to fall and prey on a new night.
She might be the last ingredient needed to make this work.
And we lose it.
Who's the next pick for Team WCW?
NXT
The
is
Raw
reading our
GM
minds,
taking stock of the
and
talents.
they've picked her up. So we've got Scarlett. We potentially just don't have a tag team member for her. We might be able to scout someone when we do get into the matches on that one. There's obviously Piper we could go, but most of them are faces at the moment. Of course, we could change them to a heel, but they're low cost as well. I think we're going to potentially, that's going to be it for the females. Isla Dawn is an option. 3 out of 5 on the mic. Or do we go or do we wait? I think we wait. I think we go back to the men, sorry. Round out. We do need to get a tag partner for Logan Paul if we are going to go the tag championship first up with him. Haven't filled that position yet. And MVP is still on the board. Oh, this could be a steal. 4 out of 5 on the mic. It's 87 on the energy. And he works well against Otis. I think that could be the combination. Logan Paul, MVP.
MVP brings the hurt to Mondays. The brand felt incomplete without this guy. Great late pick.
That first up tag team match.
Raw has so many options to choose from here.
I think that's going to work well for us.
Raw
You know
draft.
what? We're going to round out a couple more
Good
tag
pick
teams.
here. The good brother,
Obviously, we
Luke
can
Gallows.
use him as
He's a
single
smart,
competitors.
forward-thinking pick,
We're
in
gonna
my
go
opinion.
Luke Gallows.
WCW back at the podium for
Blair
their next pick.
Davenport's gone to SmackDown.
The next round
Gigi
begins
Dolan's gone
for
to
Monday Night Raw.
Carl Anderson.
A real machine gun of a pick here.
WCW.
Carl
We
Anderson.
obviously
He
picked
is
up Carl
buckled down
Anderson.
and ready to take
Round
off.
out that tag
Who's
match.
going next
Jinder
to where the
Mahal's
big
gone to
boys and
NXT.
girls play?
Kingston to WCW. And our last pick, last but not least, on this one, I think, you know, I really want to get a good tag team to go against, or to get the women's championship. Squad's looking good. Most of them got high energy. The only one that's quite low, or lower than the rest, is Duke Hudson. And then obviously Scarlett and Maxine Dupree's down as well, but not too bad. Do we call it quits here? We've got 460k. Or do we add another? 460 wouldn't be a bad option. Going into the first Road to Hell in the Cell. I think if we add someone, it's just going to be, in the men's, it's just going to be pointless. But Isla Dawn's still on the board. She goes well against Maxine Dupree. I think this is our final pick. Just 190, which will leave about 250 left on our
Isla Dawn.
The modern
cash
day
flow.
witch Isla Dawn joins a new roster.
A great
That's
pick.
gonna
She's
round it out,
positioned
I
to
think.
break loose.
round 14.
Look at the talent picked by this GM.
WCW looking dangerous. Cody Rhodes up
Raw
front.
weighing their options here.
Bianca Belair.
And here is the new
Confirm it on
roster
that one.
of
There's
Monday
ours.
Night Raw.
What a squad.
SmackDown contemplates their next
What a
pick.
roster.
The SmackDown roster is now complete.
SmackDown looking not too bad.
NXT ready for their next selection in this draft.
NXT
The yellow and black
rounded
brand
out.
is now complete.
Look at all
Looking
this
not too
talent.
bad there.
But in the
There's
end,
the
only
teams.
one brand
There's
will
the
win.
rosters. Draft is done. Hope you guys enjoyed the little journey there. Learning along the way. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. The next one is going to be the Road to Hell in a Cell. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hope you've enjoyed. Drop your comments below. Let me know how I went in the draft. And we've got the Road to Hell in a Cell coming up. But before we get into that, our intro to our show coming up next.